Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. My favorite hour of the week again. Yay! Let me know if you're here. Say hi in the comments section. Let me know where you're from, whether you're in Australia, somewhere else, overseas. Always so awesome to hear how everyone's doing. Hope you're not too bored at home. Hope you're all having a wonderful Anzac Day. Hi, Megan. So great to see you. Jump into the comment section, guys. Say hi. Let us know where you're from Western Australia. Oh, awesome. So good to meet you. Hi, Shazza. How you doing? Tracy, Australia. Woo! Lisa on the Gold Coast. Hi, Lisa. Shazza's from Australia. Awesome. So good to see you guys. I'm on the Sunshine Coast. Hi, Deb from Melbourne. Oh, I was born in Melbourne. Hi, Deb. Oh, that's an interesting name. Waiora from New Zealand. Hello, kia ora. Karen from Victoria. Hello, Barb's from Perth. Shell, hi, so good to see you. Geraldine from Belgrave, Victoria. Awesome, so good to have you here. Anne from Tasmania. Thanks for joining us, Anne. And Tracy's from Northern New South Wales. Oh, such a beautiful area of the world. It's amazing there. Cherie from Darwin. Oh, hi, Cherie. So cool. I've never been to Darwin. Looks like it's warm over there. Yeah, must be. Absolutely. Jessica from Brisbane. Hi, Jessica. So great to see you. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. It's always so great to hear you all say hi and hear where you're from. I hope everyone's doing really well and everyone's really safe and happy and healthy. I hope all of the financial stress is settled for you all. What we're going to do today is we're going to offer some subconscious healing. So my name is Emma Wachs and I'm a subconscious healer, which means that I have the ability to identify the limiting beliefs that live beneath all of our challenges. So for instance, if you're having difficulties in your finances, in your relationships, your career, your health, difficulties in love, fears in love and connecting with others, it's my job to have a look beneath the surface intuitively and identify what the deepest root cause of that is. What I would love for you all to do whenever you're ready is to just pop into the comment section any difficulty or challenge that you've been experiencing recently in your life that you would like me to have a look at for you, and I can identify the deepest root cause of that for you. So the way that I do this is by connecting with your higher self or with your true intuitive self, and we identify the blockages that way. So I'll be sharing messages for you. Some of you will experience some beautiful shifts at the same time as we're doing this, so you will receive subconscious healing as well. Everyone experiences this a little bit differently as well, so every tune-in will be slightly different. But if it does resonate for you as well, if someone else's tune-in is resonating for you, absolutely feel free to integrate any of the truths or any wonderful things that are coming through for other people as well, because I'm not just speaking to one of you now, I'm speaking to everyone on the call. So feel free to start sharing those challenges into the comment section and I'll tune in for you all and have a look at that. And just while you're sharing, I'll explain a little bit more about what it is that I do, because I not only have the ability to clear this for people, but I also have the ability to teach you how to do this for yourselves. So I have an intuitive energy training program whereby we go through about 5 sessions to unlock the secrets to A, connecting with your true self, and then B, to be able to connect into your very own subconscious mind and identify any limitations that may be beneath the surface for you as well. And so this is a very wonderful, empowering experience, learning how to become a subconscious healer for yourself. And to be doing it in a time like this is just so super beautiful and has been so empowering for all of my clients. Check out my reviews on Find Time and Space, my Facebook page. If you'd like to check out some experiences that other people have had with this, it is truly sensational and so super amazing, some of the benefits people have experienced with this. And there's just a little bit of extra added purpose to it because of everything that's going on at the moment. So absolutely, if anyone is interested in that, please feel free to book in for a free subconscious healing session. I shared that at the very beginning in the comment section for you all. You can just follow that link and choose your time zone, and then we can tune in and identify some more limitations and create some nice big shifts for you. So I'm going to get to the comments now. If you've just joined us, feel free to just share with us any limitations that you may be experiencing, any difficulties or challenges that you have in your life. You can share something specific, or you can just share an area of your life. So for example, you can say relationships or career or finances, and I will tune in and identify as best I can what the deepest root cause of that difficulty is for you. So it's 3:05 now. That's awesome. We get a full 55 minutes for me to just tune in on as many people as we possibly can over the next hour. This is so wonderful. Thank you so much to everyone who said hi. Hi, Shell from Portland, New South Wales. So great to see you. My pleasure, everyone. Thank you. Hi, Lorraine. So beautiful to see you again. Hope you're feeling wonderful after your session. Jessica, perfect. Here we go, guys. I'm going to tune in and get started. So Jessica, I would love to know what's holding my weight loss back. Why is it not falling off? Wonderful question, Jessica. Thank you for bringing this into the space. I'm sure there's a few people that may be able to benefit from this one. So let's see if we can have a look beneath the surface and identify what may be happening for you. And so what I'm seeing straight away for you, Jessica, is I'm seeing some fear in your stomach area. So I'm not sure if you experience that in some way, whether you are feeling that sensation now, or whether you've had some sort of digestive issues recently, or for a long time. But this is what's beneath the surface. So let's see if we can just dig a little bit and identify, where this fear first came from for you. And so I'm seeing for you, anxiety feels like something you have needed to deal with for a fairly long time. I'm seeing that at around about the age of, about 13 years old, in your teenage years, this started to really exacerbate. And it feels like it is somewhat connected to hormonal issues as well. So this may be affecting, this may have had some other effects in your body around stress and affecting the hormonal glands and things like that as well. So it feels like a couple of your systems here are just a little bit overworked. So what I'm seeing is that this is, there's extra hormones being secreted in your body. There are, some extra, there's a little bit of irritation in the stomach area. This is meaning that your bodily function and systems are needing to work a little, harder than what they would normally need to be able to, to be able to clear this for you. So this is slowing down your metabolism. And I'm also seeing that there are a couple of these chemicals, they're actually fairly unhealthy. So it's almost like there's a bit of toxicity in your system as well. And this is a very, very common thing that we see, especially with a lot of the tap water we're all drinking these days. This is a very common problem that we see across the board. So I'm not getting anything deeper for you, Jessica, around where that anxiety began. It does feel a little personal for you, so I'd love to connect with you in a session if you did want to explore that further. But I am going to create a shift here for you today so that we can, allow somewhat of a shift for you. So you may be feeling this now, and anyone else who is resonating with any of the details here, feel free to just take a deep breath in and out and just let go of anything that's ready to shift and clear here. We're just letting go of anything that's in the highest good to be free from. Just allowing for that stress and worry to just, disappear for a little bit. Giving you some reprieve so that you can start to intuitively explore this a little bit. So if anyone would like help intuitively exploring this further, please get in contact with me. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Jessica. That does feel like it's going to continue integrating for another minute, so please enjoy that. Whenever I'm doing integrations for you guys, you may feel this as a beautiful energy sort of coming in through the top of your head and into your body, or you may just notice a slight shift in your body, or you may start having intuitive, visions or an intellectual understanding of what it is that we're shifting. Some people don't notice anything. They just have somewhat of a knowing sensation that something has been shifted. This can be a little bit difficult to trust if there's some doubt there, but what we're exploring is your very own intuitive abilities, and everybody has these. So our programs are perfectly designed to help uncover this for people. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to do this by connecting you with your true self. Absolutely lovely. So Jessica, it almost feels like we've just given you a little bit of a connection with your true self at the end there as well. That's really lovely. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. Feel free to share how you went with that in the comments section. And never had that done. Yes, absolutely, Anne. Feel free to share something if you'd like. I'd love to tune in for you. Waihora, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Insecure hurt in a child. Beautiful. Let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface for you. Okay, yes, so I'm seeing there's a bit of a sensation going on inside of you. It almost feels a little bit, doing this sensation, it almost feels as though, I feel like you're flashing black and white at the moment. It's like your moments of pure clarity and feeling your light, feeling your wholesome, self. But then there's also moments where you're really feeling the darkness within yourself. And it feels like the biggest thing that is hurting you right now is yourself, just because there's some punishment happening. So what we want to do is we just want to alleviate that part of you that's punishing yourself, because we all have a light side, we all have a dark side, and yes, it becomes important about embracing those dark moments, but there's also a way to be able to instantly shift that at any given moment if we need to. So this feels like what we're doing for you now is we're just allowing for that part of you to we're creating space for you outside of that. And just shifting that outside of your aura for now. So I would love to connect with you in a future session if you'd like to explore that. We can have a look there. What I'm seeing for the moment is that we're integrating some beautiful energy for you, just to connect you back in with your true self, so that you can really allow yourself to feel, all of the wonderful things that you are truly here to feel as a beautiful human of this earth. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you. Lovely to connect with you. Megan, feeling alone and misunderstood. Thank you so much for sharing, Megan. Let's tune in and see what's there for you. Okay, so I'm sensing that the sensation of feeling alone, this is a huge ego mind construct for you. So I'm seeing for you that this goes back, far back into your childhood, as far back as about 2 years old. When the human perspective first started to weigh in on you, this was one of the big limitations that you took on. And I'm seeing that this was potentially because your mother was feeling this in some way. It feels as though she was sort of really struggling to feel, connected within herself, and really struggling to feel supported, to have someone there to sort of support her. So it feels as though a lot of the sensations that you're experiencing, they do actually belong to her. So I'm just shifting some of that energy for you, making sure that she's in a beautiful, nice, safe and supportive space to be able to shift anything that's in the highest good for her. But we're also just letting go of anything that's in the highest good for you. So I'm not seeing to shift all of it right now, but I am seeing that we're creating a nice big shift for you, which is going to instantly shift this sensation for you. The feeling of feeling misunderstood then comes back to, it's almost as though there's this part of you that in times where you have been, grieving for a part of yourself, and you've been looking for love and connection, you've been looking, to receive love from other people. This this perspective of being misunderstood, it's almost as though this is a bit of a subconscious behavioral trait that you took on once again when you were a child. And this feels like it worked perfectly for your father. whenever he sensed this within you, you were able to get whatever it was that you wanted because, he felt sorry for you. He had that same sensation as well. So thank you for bringing that up, Megan. We've really connected with two of your biggest limitations, very deep ones, and one, connected with your mother and one connected with your father there. So we're just shifting those for you. I'm sort of seeing that this energy is shifting in your body, starting from, that sort of digestive area, and it's sort of moving up into your body. So I'm going to continue that integration for you while we move on. But thank you so much for sharing. I'd love to connect with you in a future session. So feel free to book in for a free if you'd like to explore that further. There's more we can do there for sure. Tracy, relationships. Thank you so much for sharing, Tracy. Let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface there for you. So Tracy, I'm seeing that you're beautifully intuitively connected at the moment, and I would love to explore this from an intuitive space with you. So it feels like we're being shown now. Your true self wants to show you something. They want to show you what your biggest limitation in relationships is. So just allow for that to come into your awareness. Allow for yourself to receive any intuitions about that, but also just to notice any sensations in your body. Perfect. So this is what's possible in intuitive energy trainings. We have the ability to intuitively connect and identify a limitation, but we also have the ability to shift that straight away. So now you're just going to ask, what is the best way for that to be cleared? Beautiful. And we've cleared that up until a certain point. Please let us know how you went with that. There's a final message coming through for me to share with you, and that is all in good time. It feels as though there's been a bit of a race around achieving all that you want to achieve in relationships. Your intentions are so beautiful and so wonderful and so pure. And it's just a matter of time before you get to a place where you're able to completely shift and transform everything that's been going on for you. So if it feels as though if anything sort of comes up for you over the next few days in the realm of relationships, just practice this exercise. It feels like we've heightened your frequency enough to be able to do that. And I would love to connect with you in future sessions if you'd like to explore this further, because I feel as though the intuitive relationship connections program that I have might be really perfect for you. Exploring relationships from an intuitive space. What we would do here is we would explore energetic connections. So we would explore, things such as projections, judgment, expectations and assumptions that we place on one another. And this goes for everyone as well, if anyone's interested in this, once we're able to explore this from an intuitive space and combine it with subconscious healing, all of a sudden we're limitless. We're able to clear all of our sabotage out of, the areas of relationships, and usually done that because we've healed our biggest traumas from our parent-child relationship when we were younger. All of a sudden everything opens up. So our finances open up, our career opens up, our health, becomes super amazing. And so this is what's possible with subconscious healing, is shifting and clearing all of those deep-seated and deep-rooted limitations that are beneath the surface, so that we can let go of any limitations. Even, financial limitations will usually have a creation point, and it will come back to something that we experienced when we were very young. So if that's something any of you are interested in, please book in for a free subconscious healing session. I would love to connect with you and explore this with you. It's a really magical journey. Thank you so much for sharing, Tracy. I hope that has helped. Julie, you're from Victoria. Hi, Julie. So wonderful to see you. If anyone else has just joined, feel free to share any challenges or difficulties that you've been experiencing into the comments section, and I'm going to identify as best I can the deepest root cause of that. And if it's in the highest good, we'll be creating a subconscious shift for you as well today. Shell, health and husband arguments. Oh, such a great question, Shell. Thank you so much. Let's have a look. Straight away I'm seeing that these are both connected with the same limitation. So let's see if we can identify what the root cause of this is. And I'm actually straight away able to connect with you, your child's self. I'm seeing that has been a fairly heavy burden for you. and it almost feels as though right from the beginning you had suffered with that power struggle between a man and a woman. And it feels as though your father, without realizing it, because you guys were somewhat connected in a bit of an unhealthy energetic connection, um, but did use interrogation as sort of a way of, giving and receiving connections and enjoying a relationship with you. So, again, this doesn't mean particularly that anything horrible happened, but there are usually a few, very specific ways that subconsciously we interact with other people. And interrogation is one of those. And so this is very common globally for, for the relationships between a man and a woman, but not just men and women, all kinds of relationships. Because what we're doing in any given moment is we're exchanging energy. And so for you, it feels like, being on the receiving end of, someone who interrogated, as in they asked a lot of questions and maybe there was a bit of, frustration or anger behind that. But also a bit of intimidation as well. So it created a bit of fear for you. So it does feel as though this perception has sort of locked in for you a little bit and is making it difficult for you and your husband to sort of see each other in your true light, because, while you're seeing this side of, your relationship connection, he's also experiencing a different side to the relationship connection. And so for him, it almost feels as though, um, he has a very similar limitation, in feeling interrogated by women. But what's happening is that he's also received this somewhat from his early childhood, and I'm seeing that this has potentially come from his mother. And so, in those moments that arguments come about, you're both seeing your own perspectives. He's seeing, all that he knows, which is what he saw growing up, and that limitation that he created. And you're also seeing all that you knew growing up as well. So what we want to do is we want to be able to really shift and transform this dynamic so that we can lift you out of the space of that ego mind kind of dynamic where you're locked in on your own perspective and you're not able to sort of see what each other is identifying. And we want to allow, some fresh inspiration to come in there for you. And so it doesn't take long to do this, but attachments can reform if we haven't been able to completely clear all of the limitations beneath the surface there. So you will have a beautiful shift with this shell, but definitely connect with me if you'd like to explore this further. So I'm just working on that now. And I'm just bringing some beautiful energy in for you, because now what we've done is we've actually unattached you both from each other. We're able to just connect you again with a little more of your true self energy. So I'm just allowing for you both to be in a nice, safe space to experience that. So allow for that energy to come in whatever way is perfect for you. Feels like a beautiful love shower. So thank you so much, Shell. I hope that helps and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing. Geraldine. Stuck in spiritual growth. Okay, let's have a look and see what's there for you. Interesting. So what I'm seeing here for you is that I actually don't see that you're stuck. I see that you are somewhat limited in your perspective of what you see as possible for yourself. But I actually feel that you're kind of on purpose at the moment. You are kind of divinely guided. It's perhaps just a matter of whether you're able to see and connect with the guidance that's being, sent in for you. Maybe some blockages there. So let's have a look. Yes, okay. So that took us a little deeper. Let's see what's there for you. Okay, so there's actually a bit of what I can see is there a little bit of a fear around exploring this sort of work this project that you've been looking at. There's a fear around exploring that because of the experiences you've had with it in the past, and there has been some exchanges of fear as you've been experiencing. So what I'm getting is that it actually feels great for you to connect with me so that we can just explore any more limitations and clear that for you. The perfect person, it feels like, for you to take you, guide you through the next steps of your journey is someone who's able to connect with you from a space of love as opposed to from a space of fear. Because what's happening is, if someone's a spiritual leader and they're guiding you through, by connecting with you in a space of fear, or, this could be for anything, guys, like in a space of pain or in a space of limitation in any way, then it sort of limits the level of growth that you can have with that. And so this is potentially what I've seen you've been experiencing so far as you've been exploring this. And so what feels wonderful for you is when you find that perfect person that you're able to connect with from a space of love, that's able to see, your true self and all the wonderful parts of you that's someone that can raise into the world, someone that can really open you up and allow for that to be seen, then that's the perfect person for you to work with. So I'd love to connect with you in a free session, just in case that is me and we do get the chance to work together, because you feel wonderful. But yeah, if you do come across somebody else that's perfect for you on that journey, that's totally fine as well. I feel that we have created a shift for you there, so let me know if you felt that or experienced that in any way. And all the best finding that next beautiful person to guide you on your journey. But I do see that we've shifted now, your perspective on what it is that you're searching for, which means, and we've raised your vibration. So that means that you're no longer able to, attract in the people that were limiting you to that extent. However, there is certainly some more subconscious shifting that we could do for you around that to allow you to start transforming at a quicker rate. Feels like we could really speed up this journey for you, and it feels like you're really ready to have this journey sped up. So yeah, definitely let me know if you'd like to connect with me. That would be amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. That was really wonderful. I hope that felt great for you. And so for anyone else that's just feel free to share a challenge or difficulty into the chat, into the comment section, and I'm going to tune in and see what I can identify for you beneath the surface. We're going to shift and clear any limiting beliefs that come up. And also, if it's in the highest good, we're going to create a really nice, do some subconscious healing for you and everyone on the call today as well. Shazza, family, son, perfect. Let's have a look and see what's there for you. Okay, so it's really beautiful. I've just connected with your energy and I see you holding space for your son. I'm also seeing that it feels like you're in somewhat of a difficult spot, but I'm actually seeing that you are connected with your son from a positive space, from a really beautiful, light and loving space. So just know that. So the message coming through for you, Shazza, is that no matter what it is that you're going through, you're doing a really great job at not projecting this onto your son. So congratulate yourself for that, and whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing that because it's working well. What I'm seeing is that as we have created a shift there for you, we've just lifted a lot of fear. We're able to have a look at a little bit of a relationship dynamic between you. And so it's not in the highest good for me to completely unattach this cord, so I assume that he's somewhat younger. But what I am seeing is that we can clear a limiting belief for you, which will affect your relationship and allow for a small shift of some description. And so what I'm seeing for you is that there's almost there's the root limitation for you is just not feeling good enough or not feeling worthy to parent him. So we're just going to bring in some truth to create a shift for you there. That's a pretty big one, but we're going to create a really nice big integration for you. And anyone else that is experiencing this as a parent, feel free to integrate this for yourself as well. We're going to integrate some truth for you. And so just feel free to close your eyes and just relax into this for a moment. Just allow yourself to take in the truth of you. So you may feel new levels of coming in. You feel some shifts happening for you beneath the surface. You're all receiving the absolute perfect truth for you to have in this moment. Allow for that to beautifully come in into your body, shifting anything that you're ready to let go of. It's mostly societal stuff, right? It's like that moment you become a parent, you know, from that moment on, societal beliefs hit a new level. You know, the judgment on parents hits a new level, and there's so much struggle then that parents need to deal with on a daily basis, in feeling comfortable and supported enough to be able to then support someone else. So allow to shift in whatever way is perfect for you. We're just creating a really nice big clearing there for you. That's really wonderful. I can feel a few of you opened up to that. So thank you so much. It's so wonderful having, beautiful, parents on the call who are just so ready to do what they can for themselves. It's such a beautiful thing. Wonderful. And now I'm seeing all the beautiful children energies just, flying away. They're all beautifully elevated and enjoying some new levels of love and light themselves as well. So that's really lovely. Thank you so, so much for sharing. That was really wonderful. Okay, let's have a look at what is next. Okay, Barb's blockages. Let's have a look for you, Barb's. Okay, so Barb, straight away I'm taken into your heart. So it feels like your blockages are connected with heartache. There is some heartache connected with the fear of failure and the fear of being able to do what's perfect for you. So I'm just creating a shift there for you now. Just allow for this beautiful light to sort of expand throughout your heart. That's really wonderful. Thank you for allowing that in. That is so super special. That feels nice and done, Barb. You're very quick. Congratulations. Cherie, self-sabotaging growth to my higher self. Let's explore. There's one there that I missed, so I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to you. I'm just going to explore that on here as well. Comments have shifted up. In the meantime, I'm just going to do Cherie's, and then I promise I'll get back to the previous one. Self-sabotaging my higher self. Let's have a look. So for you, Cherie, I'm seeing that the limitations for you almost feel like they're somewhat connected with what's the word? It's almost like there's a feeling within you that's a little bit feeling unheard, feeling like your voice doesn't really have the meaning that you really want to be able to share. And we just want to clear that for you, because that actually just feels like complete non-truth. It feels like there was someone in your past who was really judgmental of you and everything that you said, and this was the sort of sensation that you had with them. You felt that you were upset with everything that they said. It never came across positively, and it really kind of squished you into a bit of a corner, and didn't really allow for you to speak your truth. So just want to, as we're bringing awareness to that, we just want to create a shift there for you, because it's absolutely not true. Because I'm seeing that you have a lot of feels like you have a lot of purpose, a lot of beautiful gifts to share. You have a lot of purpose and a lot of gifts to share, and we really just want to bring in some new truth for you so that you can really start to embrace that. So I can feel you experiencing that now. Allow for that to come in whatever way is perfect for you. It feels as though you've just elevated straight up into that truth as well. So it feels like now is the perfect time for you to explore what's possible for you in that area of your life, and start exploring some new levels of opportunity for yourself. I'm actually hosting a group subconscious healing tomorrow, Sunday, 3 p.m. Brisbane, Sydney time. In case anyone's interested in coming along, the theme is actually going to be opportunity. So we are going to be clearing blockages in the realm of opportunity. So if that is speaking to any of you, please feel free to check out the comment section at the very beginning of this call. You can jump onto the event and mark your interest, and then I'm doing this weekly, so you can come by whenever it suits you. I'm doing a slightly different topic each week, and so this week's going to be opportunity. I'm very excited for that. Yay, I can see you there, Sophie. Hi. So wonderful. Barbs, thank you. That's so wonderful. Excellent. Okay. Okay, we're moving through the comments very quickly. So, Anne Korea, let's see what's there for you. Thank you so much for sharing. Um, so Anne, I'm seeing for you, wow, there's like you feel like you're actually manifesting at the moment. So it feels beautiful because I see you've set up some wonderful situation for yourself, and it feels absolutely wonderful what you're creating. There's a little bit of doubt in your ability to be able to your truth and be able to allow yourself to stay connected to this beautiful vision that you've created. So first message coming through, trust the vision, stay with it. It is absolutely 100% divinely yours, and there is really nothing in the way of that aside of a bit of self-belief in the process. So please feel free to connect with me if you'd like to explore that a little bit further. But I am seeing that we've created a shift for you already today just by bringing some awareness to that and shifted some doubt for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. Beautiful Sandra, family, health, creativity, motivation. Let's see what's beneath the surface for you there, Sandra. Okay, thank you, Sandra. So I'm just connecting with you now, and I'm just seeing that it feels as though there's some limitations for you. They go back fairly young, actually. These three things, or these four things, they're all connected to the same limitation once again. So you're already somewhat subconsciously aware, I'm seeing, of what's coming up. It's just a matter of creating a bit of a shift for you. So this will happen fairly easily. But so it feels like in your early childhood, there were some difficulties for you in being able to, it's almost like I see you constricted in that stomach area. Like there's a part of you that never really wanted to put yourself out there. There's a part of you that was always really scared of throwback. And there's a part of you that just felt constantly, it's like you were constantly tensed. And so this has been blocking your creativity and your motivation is, actually beneath the surface, there's this constriction, there's this fear of wanting to act. And so what's beneath the surface here is that this is what is, creating any health conditions for you. It feels as though that this is sort of somewhat creating stress in your body and somewhat slowing down your system. But also the limitation goes right back to childhood when you were, I'm getting a young girl as early as about 18 months old. It feels like your mother had a very similar stream of limitations. She may not have quite experienced it in the same way that you have, as in you both may be attracting different experiences into your life because of this limitation, but the limitation itself is very similar. So the limitation, it feels, is just not feeling good enough, not feeling good enough, not feeling confident, having a lack of self-belief. And it feels as though this is fairly strong for your family. It feels like something that has been quite difficult for you in being able to be able to be around your family as well, because you are somewhat aware of this, and it's just been a little bit difficult being able to navigate that. So because you know that on some level subconsciously it's not feeling great for you. It feels like you're aware of this, but you just haven't had the tools to be able to create a shift when that sort of thing comes up. So now that we've explored that, there's a slightly deeper fear that if you were to look at this, it would mean having to cut out your family forever. And so let me just share some truth and some light for you, because what is, and this is, again, part of the essence of Find Time and Space is being able to detach you from your family just for long enough for a shift or a transformation to sort of occur. Because when we're locked in on family dynamics, and egos sort of been sent back and forth between people, there is absolutely nothing that we could do to be able to shift or transform that limitation. So it feels really important for for you to be able to start exploring new ways of shifting that, because it feels as though, you know, having that awareness, it feels like it hasn't really brought you joy. For a little while it did, because it was creating little miniature shifts for you, but it's somewhat now slowed down that process. So what we want to do is we want to open up, you know, new opportunity for you by, you know, and reaffirming your belief within yourself, clearing that doubt. And we would do that absolutely by allowing for a subconscious shift. So, you know, teaching you the techniques to be able to subconsciously shift and heal yourself as well. Um, that would be the absolute perfect way of being able to shift this all together for you. I have shifted this somewhat for you today, but it is a pretty big limitation. And I am seeing that your mother's energy is fairly astute, so it's a little bit stubborn, doesn't want to shift quite, you know, very easily. So there may be some time of not, you know, connecting with other people once we do explore this. But there is also possibility for a huge amount of transformation if you do decide to explore this. So please let me know if you'd like to have a look at this. We can certainly, you know, do what we can to create a bigger shift for you on that. So thank you so, so much for sharing. That was really wonderful. I'm so sorry if I've skipped over your comment. Please just pop it into the comment section below again, and I'll spend the last 10 minutes getting back to them. The comments are sort of shifting quickly, and I haven't been able to scroll back up again. The next one I'm looking at, I can't remember the name of this lovely person, but they were saying they were seeing numbers, the number 11, they're seeing 1111. I have had very similar, I see, you know, 9s and 1s very frequently. So what I notice is that when we're seeing numbers, when we're, you know, having that connection, body, mind, and soul connection instantly, we're like, I know someone's telling me something here, I'm not quite sure what it is, but you're having that moment, and, you know, time starts to slow down for a moment. It's usually the perfect moment to look within yourself. And there are many, many, many different, you know, theories about what it means if you're seeing reoccurring numbers on the clock or on, you know, number plates on cars, or whatever it may be. But for me, I have actually found that there is not any one set reason why we're seeing numbers. Sometimes it's because there's purpose, you know, it's just a reaffirmation. Yep, you're on purpose. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. We're watching you, we're celebrating you. Yay. But sometimes it's actually asking me to look within myself. It's asking me, it's showing me a sign, you know, that I may be about to make a move that could be slightly, you know, irreversible in some respects. So I always check in with myself whenever I see the number and just see, where am I at? Is this a positive sign that I'm seeing, or is this somewhat of, you know, let's take a moment for reflection and let's just readjust things. So of course, if you have the ability to look into your subconscious at that moment, like I do, I usually go in and shift something, and then I continue on with my day if I need to do so, and then everything works out beautifully. So yes, thank you so much for sharing that. That was really beautiful. Wonderful. Let's have a look at what's next. Megan's saying yes, wonderful, hugs so much. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. They're all beautiful. Lisa, in NZ, thinking of your health. Perfect. Let's tune in and see what comes up for you. Okay, so I'm seeing that there's Lisa, it's almost as though I'm seeing that there's a fair bit of emotional energy that's upsetting you somewhat, and this is contributing to a general slowing down, a general feeling of, you know, being a little bit drained. So what we want to do is we just want to sort of lift that emotional energy for you somewhat, because usually, majority of the time, if there's heavy emotional energy around, it is a construct of the ego mind / it is some form of perception that we really don't need. It is somewhat unnecessary, I have found, for the most part in my own life. And the more and more that I work on clearing that old version of myself out of my life, the less and less heavy emotion I experience. To be honest, I can barely remember the last time that I was experiencing some sort of emotion, that was very heavy and draining, and was, was sort of bringing me down, bringing my system down. And so for you, Lisa, we don't need to let go of all of this right now, because of course there's lessons in everything. But for you, I'm seeing that this emotional energy is so intense for you because there is someone who has been drawing from your life force. So when I look at this energetically, I'm actually seeing that this is their energy is sort of wrapped around your spine, and it's sort of really locked in. And so this is contributing to that draining sensation. It's also contributing to that heavy energy. So what we want to do is we just want to lift that energy in whatever way is in the highest good. So we're not going to control the process in any way. We're going to slowly lift that. Beautiful. And then we're just going to put all of that energy aside, outside of your area. Just imagine all of that that energy in a beautiful ball of white light. So we shift anything that's ready to be shifted. And now we're just going to integrate some truth for you, just to steer that energy in a different direction. If it chooses to come your way again, it's going to be sent elsewhere. Beautiful. So you may feel that energy integration coming in. It's almost like I'm seeing this energy wrapping you up around the outside of your body, and that's going to sink in nicely to your skin. So I hope that has helped. I hope that helps improve things for you. Please let me know how you went. Thank you so, so much. Beautiful. Jessica, thank you. I had been bullied and had been beaten up at high school at the age of 13. Amazing you picked up on that. I'm thinking early onset signs of menopause. Thank you so much for sharing, Jessica. Could potentially have an effect, could potentially be. I'm not getting a yes or no at this stage. I am getting that if we were to look at clearing any limitations around menopause, we would be able to get some really good clarity on that for you. So yeah, please book in for a free subconscious healing session if you would like to explore that further. That feels really good, and I'm really glad that we created a shift there for you. Of course, bullying, that must have been very unpleasant experience. I'm glad we've finally shifted something there for you. So thank you so much. Shell, hugs. Thank you so much. Amazing. Wow. Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for all your wonderful comments. Karen, can you see me moving in my relationship, please? Let's have a look. So Karen, I'm seeing that there is potential for you to reach new levels of love and light within yourself here. Whether that means with your partner or not is somewhat undeterminable, because once you have shifted, it then means that this other person will either then decide to shift alongside you, or they will decide, not to move forward down that road. So it feels like what we want to do is we want to somehow start healthily unattaching you from any limitation in that relationship, so that we can start exploring exactly what's going to be perfect and right for you. I'm shifting whatever's in the highest good for you today, but we certainly just want to make sure that you're not your vulnerability is looked after, because this vulnerable space is what is sort of keeping you blocked in being able to shift forward. So this all does feel a little bit personal for you as well. To get into any more detail on that, so please book in for a session for me if you'd like to explore this further. But I am feeling that there is a beautiful new version of you that's waiting to be explored, and if we were to work together, we would most certainly be able to open that up for you. And this is such a common question. It's so easy for us to fall into a difficult space in our relationships where we start to question, is this person still the right person for me? And I usually, on this, when I connect with clients who are on this journey, I usually identify you know, the deepest limitations for that particular person. But, you know, I'm always checking in to look out for divine partner energy. And, you know, that divine partner energy is in reach for us all. And what I usually see is that this divine partner energy could become, you know, the person that we're currently in a relationship with. But it's also possible that there is someone else who is, you know, 100% perfect for you, that embodies all of this divine partner energy as well. Either way, if you decide to transform, you're going to attract in that perfect experience. It's not usually a matter of who, it's usually a matter of the timing and you know, how quickly you and someone else decide to transform, and whether you are capable of doing that together. So if that has stimulated any of you, please, yeah, feel free to book in for a free session with me. I'd love to explore that with you as well. I have a beautiful program called Intimacy of the Soul, where we explore connection. If you're in a relationship and your partner is also interested in exploring this, in exploring interdependence, and, you know, exploring new and amazing ways of communicating with one another, absolutely, please get in contact with me as well for a free session, and we can explore that. I do work with couples as well, and we explore, you know, what relationships would look like if we were both to be completely whole and loving and connected with our true selves. So that's a new beautiful addition to the programs I'm running. So if that's, yeah, resonating with any of you, please connect with me. But thank you, Karen. I can feel that we have shifted you somewhat, put you in a really nice safe space, and shifted you somewhat from that vulnerable space. So you will, you know, potentially notice a slight transformation already. But yeah, definitely let me know if you'd like to explore that further. Okay, I'm just going to scroll. Johnny, hi Johnny, thank you for messaging again. I'm just going to connect in for you because I saw your message there and I know that I missed it. So let's see what's there for you, Johnny. Okay, so Johnny, I'm seeing that the current position that you're in, it feels as though there's a little bit of dis-ease for you, because the past experiences feel like they're haunting you somewhat. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of negative thoughts happening for you. It's been a little difficult being able to sort of really remember who you are and sort of connect with that truest version of yourself again. And it's sort of somewhat keeping you, you know, in the closet. It's not allowing for you to really sort of open up and allow for yourself to be seen for who you are. So what we want to do here is we want to just clear away some of the fear out of that, because all of that is just being fed by the ego mind. And so we're able to create a shift here for you instantly just by shifting that perspective, because it's always possible to connect with your true self. And this is something that we're doing right now. And when you believe this and see this on every level for yourself, then it's possible for other people to see this for yourself as well. So that already feels wonderful. I hope that you enjoyed that. It feels like I can see your energy jumping up and down with excitement. Please feel free to connect in for a session with me if you'd like to explore this further. The energy program would be absolute perfect for continuing that journey of awakening that up for you. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you so much for asking, Sandra. So you can book in for a free subconscious healing session. The comment is at the very start of this live video. So if you jump on there, you'll be able to comment, and I'll put one at the end of the video as well. Thank you so much. Wayora, thank you so much for the insight. I'll book in for a free subconscious healing session. Thank you so much. That was so great to hear. Shell, oh my gosh, wow. Thank you so much. So spot on. Thank you so much for your beautiful insights, guys. That's so super wonderful. Perfect. Let's see. Let's have a look. Claire, love and energy reading too. Thanks. Beautiful, Claire. Let's see what's happening for you. Wow, it's so magical. Connecting with your energy, Claire. It's really beautiful. So what I'm feeling inclined to say straight away is that it feels like you're an explorer. It feels like you're constantly, exploring time and space. You're exploring new elements of, energy and realms, and it feels really beautiful and wonderful for you. There's a slight sensation of just feeling a little bit uncomfortable that you're, floating off into the space, and that you're somewhat not grounded, or you're somewhat not really able to, feel grounded within yourself. I'm getting that you're actually on a really super amazing journey, and that it's okay to be in that space while you are letting go of your past self. Um, and it's just a matter of staying in that space for whatever amount of time that you need. Again, it's similar to unattaching, right? You've unattached from your past perspective of yourself. And over time, this is going to shift and transform. So if you don't feel like that's really happening quickly enough, then definitely connect with me. We can work on that. But otherwise, it is just a matter of staying in that beautiful, unattached, intuitive space for long enough until you've been able to reaffirm that space as your truest space. And the day that that happens, that world will just start to feel real. That will be the regular world that you live in, and you'll have so much, there won't be any doubt in that process for you anymore. It'll be, purely something that that just feels natural to you. So it feels like you're already on that journey, and it feels absolutely wonderful. Please connect with me if you'd like to. It feels like if you're ready to sort of start exploring your life purpose on new levels, I have something really perfect for you, that we could explore a little bit further. So anyone that's interested, please feel free to book in for a free subconscious healing session, to connect, to chat further, to see what's possible for you. We could explore anything that you'd like, and have a look at, what limitations we can clear for you, but we can also have a look at any possibility of teaching you how to become a subconscious healer for yourself as well. So this really allows for you to become the empowered leader of your own healing journey. And this is, such a magical, purposeful, union to be able to experience at the moment, the union of connecting with your true self, creating a beautiful, intimate connection with that amazing version of who you really are. So thank you so much for sharing, Clay. You've just elevated the whole group into that beautiful space and offered that wonderful opportunity for everyone. So thank you so much. So great to see you, Shell. Thank you so much for saying goodbye. Beck Price, let's do your tune in quickly, and hopefully we'll get to yours. As well. Kim, Geraldine, thank you so much. That resonates so much with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone else who's commented. I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to get through to you in the hour, but please feel free to book in for a free subconscious healing session if you to explore this further. I'm more than happy to connect with you all, to share some healing. It's so amazing what we've achieved in just moments. So you can only imagine what's possible in a full session. So Beck, new business, leaving my son perspective, please. Thank you. Beautiful. Let's have a look back. Thank you so much for sharing. I can tell this is quite deep. You're letting me in quite deep, straight away. So what I'm seeing for you is, I'm seeing in this sort of just below the stomach, so maybe the beginning of the digestive area. I'm not exactly sure what's in that area for you. For me, energetically, I'm seeing this as the hara, or the sort of the point of your life force. And so it feels like there's a blockage there for you. So we want to just create a shift there for you, because as we do that, we're going to be able to open you up to your life purpose. So anyone else that's sensing this at the moment, if you have a blockage, just under your rib cage in the center, it's sort of between your sacral and your solar plexus chakra. That's sort of where I see this beautiful white light that lives within us all, that allows for us to connect with who we really are, that allows for us to connect with the essence of our being. And when we're exploring new business and we're exploring our life purpose and what we have to put out there into the world, this is the perfect space to clear any blockages from first, because it is the essence of our soul. It's the essence of who we really are, and it's the essence of, what we're really here to be. So anyone that's there, feel free to expand that white light as far as it will go, just allowing for anything that's ready to shift to be cleared. It feels really beautiful. What a wonderful way to end today. Thank you so much for bringing that up back. It feels like for you, I'm just going to explore this limitation with you a little further. there's this connection to who you were in the past, purely just because it feels familiar and purely just because it's a little bit scary going into the unfamiliar. So if you're receiving, guidance around a step to take, absolutely take that step. You're on the right path, you're in the right place with this. It is just a matter of, being able to enlighten that passion a little bit, enlighten that purpose within that all. And it feels like if we were to work together, clearing any blockages in that center, we would really be able to create some magnificent shifts there for you. So anyone that's interested in exploring that as well for yourselves, please feel free to book in for a free subconscious healing session. I'm going to pop that into the comment section now for you. I'm also doing a webinar tomorrow at 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. Sunday, you can jump on to connect with a beautiful group from Australia mostly. We're starting to form a really nice, beautiful group where we're shifting some subconscious limiting beliefs. And tomorrow, the topic we're going to explore is opportunity. So if you've been exploring new opportunities and you're looking for some insight on that, doesn't matter if it's in relationships or career or finances, whatever it may be, definitely jump onto that webinar as well. I'm going to copy and paste the link in there for you as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about subconscious healing. Otherwise, you can absolutely book in for a free session. I would love to see you and meet you and connect with you all and occupy you during this time of isolation. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. So beautiful to connect with you all. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks. Beautiful.